Hello, my name is KRooney. This is Module 3, Meeting the Needs of Diverse Learners. The article I chose is Serving Gifted Students in General Ed Classes by Dr. Alyssa F. Brown. She mentions in the top part of our article is while gifted students might excel in certain areas, we must differentiate their learning to address other academic areas along with their social and emotional needs. Some notes kind of underneath that I took out of it is gifted students normally will finish their work early, which is fine. We don't want to punish them for that. We'll get into that, a little bit more of that later. This might happen in one subject area, but not all subject areas. So teachers don't create false expectations or unrealistic expectations for these students. And students definitely might act out when and if they finish early. And it's because they're bored. It's not because they're truly a behavioral issue. It's because they're bored and they're searching for more things to do. Here's some things not to do with gifted students in reference to the article itself. Do not use these students as teachers' assistants. It explains more about it doesn't do anything for them, for their academic progress, or for their brain stimulation to sit around and go make copies for you. Or I know some teachers use teacher's aides to help grade papers, which I don't agree with, but that's time for a different story. So don't use these teachers or these students as teachers' aides. It's not going to benefit you or them, or more important, the classroom itself. Do not expect gifted students to be well behaved because they work on what I consider a whole different level when it comes to thinking and processing. They're probably going to be ahead of you and ahead of some of the class in regards to the content area that you're providing to them. So, it may seem like they're misbehaving or acting out, but they're really just thinking on a different level, in my opinion. Don't give them extra work just because if you give a 50 question, if you give a reading assignment that has 50 questions behind it and they finish first, and still have 45 minutes left in class, don't give them another assignment to penalize them. Maybe sit there and review it with them, talk it over with them, ask them more questions, or have them provide a little bit more detail, kind of go over their answers and ask them to provide a little more detail on a few of them, or just have a topic of discussion with them regarding that. Or maybe, possibly have them help other students. Again, not in an aid perspective like we just talked about, but if someone else is possibly struggling some and that person has the capability of doing that, possibly have them help you or help them. Don't isolate them. Don't put them over in a corner. Hey, look, you're going to finish early, you're going to act out. No, just prepare yourself as a teacher and be ready for them to finish the project early and have something else instructive for them to do. And again, like I said earlier, don't create unrealistic expectations. Don't set them up to fail because you're not prepared to work with a gifted student. Some positive things to do. I look at it this way: no matter if the student's gifted, ELL, special needs, or anything else, get to know your student and find out what that student's gifted in. Or if it's ELL, find out what tools they've used in the past, if they have any that help them, and you try to curtail that to your content area. I teach business, so we do a lot of project-based learning and assignments and things like that where you're working some alone and some with groups. So figure out how you can tie those pieces in there. And again, find out what area that student's gifted in. It could be research, it could be speaking, it could be writing. I try to team a creative person up with a research-based person and put them on a team together, because if I put two researchers or two creative people, the project's going to be one-sided for sure. Ensure your content builds a strong foundation. So make sure that you're teaching a lesson to teach a lesson, not to just stand up there and talk and hear your own voice. Ensure that you're building on a foundation from, a bell work all the way through reading, notes, assignment, lecture, and into an exit strategy, and make sure it all ties together. And expect the unexpected question-wise. Expect that next level thinking that those students can do. If you have more than one gifted student in the classroom, they're probably going to be in other classes together as well as gifted workshops, so they'll probably work fairly well together. Possibly think about teaming them up. We have a gifted teacher in our district that works with these students almost on a daily basis. So, reaching out to that person and contacting them for different resources. Enhance your knowledge regarding gifted students. Do some reading, do some research. Reach out to that resource if you have one. If not, go online. There's plenty of resources out there that will help you gather more knowledge on how to manage a gifted student in your classroom. And again, like I said, we do a lot of project-based learning in the different classes that I teach, mainly because I want them to not just memorize and forget, but memorize and learn how to use the knowledge that we're passing on. I did have one gifted student last semester in my class. It was entrepreneurship. First part of the semester is fairly heavy on lecture and notes, a few assignments, a few tests here and there. She really struggled at that time because I wasn't prepared. And we didn't butt heads or anything like that, but we definitely struggled to start off and built our relationship from there, but turned it around in the second part of the semester because we had more project-based assignments, and we actually do a Shark Tank project where they have to create a brand new product with a teammate. And this person is heavy into analytics, data, research. So I teamed them up with a more creative person and then kind of stepped them through individually on the things they could do on the project to help each other. And instead of sitting there nitpicking at one another, this is your niche over here, this is your niche over here. You guys help each other out and actually did a very good job on it. I learned a lot on also how to push myself and make better presentations and assignments and create more differentiation for all my students to allow them to use almost any platform to create their projects and to present their projects to the Sharks and to really just have fun and relax with it. I also coached a student in high school softball. And because of our relationship we built in the classroom, I was able to use some of those techniques out on the softball field to help keep her engaged and keep her from kind of wandering off in different areas that she would do. And she's a heck of a student athlete, a good person, and I enjoy looking forward to having her in future classes. Some of the discussion questions. What experience do you have with gifted students? Have you ever had one in your class? And if you do, are you prepared? What resources do you have to reach out to in your building or district? I was lucky enough, like I said, we have a teacher who is related to our gifted students, so it helps out a lot. And in your content area, what changes or updates could you make to your lesson plans to be better prepared for teaching the gifted students? I know each content is going to be a little bit different on what you can change or curtail to help with something like this. Enjoyed this assignment. Hope everybody enjoys the discussion, and I look forward to talking with you all soon. Here are also my references, and you guys have a great one.